before you go register your business, okay? You have your name.
Yeah.
Make sure you have a business address. So you get the business address before you get the business.
So what if I don't have a house? Or a address?
The house, my business is not registered in this house.
Yes.
Because it's residential.
Okay. So, Mr. Sam,
What's up?
Jambo,
Jumbo, how have you been?
I've been well.
How was your week?
The week has been fantastic.
Yeah.
A lot of work, but we are pushing on.
Great,
Yeah.
great.
So,
I love your suit, by the way.
thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. This is Italian made. Yeah, I love stuff from Italy. Yeah, how about you?
China.
Well,
China made. Yeah.
well, China.
A quantity over quality.
Quantity over quality over quantity, or quality over quantity.
For China, it's quantity over quality.
Quantity over quality.
Yes, yes.
Well,
But this is quality over quantity.
well, I'm really humbled by
But
your compliments.
But you'll be in trouble if you have to wear this every day. Or do you have a 30-day supply of this?
Well, the trick is you can have one type and different shirts. So all you have to do is to change your shirts and your ties and still have the same suit. So you can have only 5 suits and make a combination of over 70 or 75.
Oh, really?
So you just have to be smart.
But good suits.
They have to be quality.
They have to be
just
quality.
have 5 quality suits and different shirts and different.
Keep playing around with them.
Keep matching around with them. Yeah.
Well, we are here.
So here we are. So how's life?
Life is moving fast.
Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes when you're busy, the day ends and you're like, man, I didn't want the day to end.
Yeah. How did time fly?
Whew. Yeah. Sometimes I'm sad when I'm going to bed.
Oh man.
Because the day has ended. I didn't want it to end. Yeah. Time is so precious, man.
But your year is off to a great start.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
That's
it's actually good. I can't complain.
Okay. So today we are going to talk about business.
Okay.
I know in many cultures sometimes business is viewed as a taboo.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. What was your initial thought about business growing up?
I grew up listening to conversations from my mom and dad saying, my mom she was a teacher, music teacher. She was always, I'm tired of this school stuff.
Yes.
I need to start my own business. And one day, she opened up a restaurant that ended up being very successful. Changed our lives. So did my dad. My dad was that person who loved business, but my mom was the one who made it really practical.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I grew up actually hating to be employed. And it was put in me by my mom.
At such a young age, you knew that you wanted to be self-employed. You wanted to be in control of your life. That's really incredible.
Yeah.
So I guess you have to give a shout out to
my mom.
To your mom.
Yeah, my mom, Beatrice, the late. She passed on, but she really deposited a lot of good stuff in me.
She left a good legacy.
A good legacy, yeah.
Okay, we are grateful for that. So I know your business journey started back in Africa.
Yes, working for my mom.
Yes.
And also when I was in college, I was selling, we call them mutumba.
Second-hand clothes?
Second-hand clothes.
Yes.
I would go to Thika, smaller towns.
Yes.
For some reason, they were selling very stylish clothes for cheap, because those towns had no population that was so modernized.
Yeah.
So the very stylish spaghetti kind of clothes, you know, nice tops, modernized tops.
Yes.
They were not being bought a lot. So I would buy them for 10 shillings a piece in Thika, and then go to Nairobi to colleges, sell them $200. It's 190 shillings profit.
Shillings.
Yeah.
So you basically made a profit by taking it straight from the market,
yes,
and to the
consumer in a different town.
In a different town
that was more modernized and could not find such clothing around them because everybody was buying it.
Oh.
But this other location,
yeah,
because the culture is different, and no one was buying modernized stuff apart from suits.
Yes.
Things like Nikes, used t-shirts, like Adidas shoes, they were not being bought so much around those smaller towns.
Yeah.
Not everyone knew about that new style. But in Nairobi, upon landing in the markets, they were going for a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I figured out the same bale that was being sold to people in Nairobi is the same bale with the same clothes that was being sold in Thika from overseas. And the Thika one, they would sell what people were buying for more. And what people are not buying, you have it for 10 shillings.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you basically discovered this at a very young age.
Yes.
And of course,
I was 16.
16 years old. You already started working.
Yeah.
Incredible.
But I was blowing all the profits. You don't ask me how and why.
So I bet you didn't have like a financial advisor or anyone to guide you on how to capital and
I was
profits.
Blowing it up. Yeah.
Well, we have to start from somewhere, basically. That's what I also learned, from a business perspective. So fast forward to America. You came to the United States, and of course you had to teach yourself different skills, and you decided to use those skills to build businesses, some of which succeeded, some of which failed.
Yes.
So what was the transition like? Now you're coming from Africa and coming to America. How was the transition for you?
I come to America and the jobs I'm introduced to are taking care of old people, as usual. Yeah.
Which is noble.
Yeah, which is very noble.
Yeah.
And actually, I loved it. It really changed me. I really saw life in real sense. I never thought I would ever do such a job.
Okay.
Yeah. My grandma died lacking help sometimes because the men who are available cannot touch a woman, try to clean her up.
Yeah.
But I came here and I found myself cleaning women every day.
Wow.
And I'm like, did I just let my grandma die without touching her? I learned a lot. Yeah, but fast forward, I'm a reader. I started reading about doing business in the US when I was in Kenya, from Tony Robbins, a book by Tony Robbins, Unleash the Power Within. And then I came here, and I think one of the first books I read when I came to the US, of course I went to college and all that. Yeah, but I used to read outside college a lot, and I read a book by George Clarkson or something. It's called The Richest Man in Babylon. Very well written book. It's right there in my library. And he was talking about paying yourself first. And then even if it's a job you've been employed, pay yourself first.
Okay.
And then pay debt if you have it. He said pay the gods. That's tithe when it comes to us guys.
Yes.
And then the remaining of it, make sure at least 20% is invested. And then once you invest your 20%, reinvest it. Use it to make more and keep on reinvesting it until it compounds on so many levels.
Yeah.
And then from there, learn how to protect your investment. I remember he mentioned that. And he gave a lot of analogies of business people. And I started falling in love with this whole business game. It's like a game, man. And then after that, I took a book by Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Rich Dad Poor Dad, yeah, very familiar.
Yeah, and he said about him being very homeless, sleeping in a car for a while when he decided to start the real estate business.
Yeah.
And he taught me how to sacrifice and really do what you're thinking and what you're saying. A lot of us love to say, oh, I love business. Oh, I love to do this. I want to do this. I want to do that. But most people say it until to their graves.
They don't put the words into action.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because of fear, maybe because they feel they're not ready. A lot of people wait for them to be, they wait to become perfect.
Yeah.
But perfection never shows up. And you keep on waiting and waiting. Oh, I can't do it. I need to learn this. I need to learn this. I know people who take so many classes and they've never started. And taking business classes to do business. No, just dive in, man.
Dive in, go to the field and get your hands dirty.
Make mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Robert Kiyosaki taught me a lot of that sacrifice.
Yeah.
And then I read his book, The Four Quadrants. That's when I realized in business, if you're a doctor or you own a small business like myself, you're basically self-employed. You're not yet a business. You're a businessman in some way, but you do not own a business system.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have a skill.
You have a skill.
Yes.
That you're using, and you're using it as to run your small business. So you're self-employed. It means if you're eliminated today, the business dies. I'm not a CEO.
Okay.
I'm self-employed. When I read that book by Robert Kiyosaki,
that's right.
Because it's a 4 quadrants. The first one is employed. Now that's where he was saying a lot of people should get out of that circle, but not everyone is meant to be out of that circle of being employed.
All right.
Yeah, not for everyone, of course, because not all of us own businesses.
Be employers.
Yeah. And he said after that, there is this other side which is self-employed.
Okay.
Now, self-employed is what I am right now.
Okay.
It's a business, but I kind of have employed people who work for me, but then part-time subcontracts.
Yeah.
If I leave my business, it's dead. So I cannot say that I'm a CEO. I'm an operator.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you can be a CEO on credit, though.
CEO
on credit.
On credit, yes.
Yeah, you have to start enjoying the fruits before.
Yeah.
How you take loan from a credit card, and then you have to take it back. So you can be a CEO
on credit. Yeah. You play a lot, man.
So you can still call yourself a CEO.
Yeah. Let's call it. Yes, I am a CEO in the making. Yeah.
Yeah. So why should anyone start a business? Because some of us are employed. And it's quite comforting to be employed. You're assured of your income and everything else. But why should I get out of my comfort zone to become a business owner?
Okay, let me answer that, but let me finish this part I was about. There is employed, self-employed. There is businessman with a business system.
Okay.
Whereby you own a McDonald's or a restaurant, and you have a manager running it.
Okay.
And you can run to Kenya today and still have your money coming in the account.
Yes.
All you have to do is call in and how is it going, getting briefed. That's where we can call ourselves CEOs.
Okay.
And that's where now you have a business system because you can duplicate it in different locations.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and it can end up being in autopilot. That's how Ray Kroc with McDonald's bought McDonald's from the McDonald brothers, got shares, and he duplicated the whole model until he ended up swallowing. The McDonald brothers bought them out. And that's why we have the legendary Ray Kroc as the founder of McDonald's.
So he basically built a franchise.
A franchise.
Of the same business. Okay.
So on the next question, the other part of the quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki is the investor. Once you mature up in the business system, you become an investor. Come and tell me, hey Sam, here is $70,000 or here is $1 million. Can you scale your business and I'll own 20% of it. Yeah, that's now the top of everything. Yeah, one of my friends has already called himself an investor, and he's just building a kiosk in Kenya. And I'm like, okay.
He's an investor on credit.
Yes, on credit. Yeah, so why should people own businesses? Especially in America. With the way the system is running right now, if you look at the American system, you will realize that things like the 401k will come to diminish. Things like retirement packages will come to disappear. And we don't know if they'll disappear before we receive them. You know, we don't know. But what will never disappear is your business. Today, your 401k, even if you have one, your other 401k that will never disappear is your side gig if you're employed. Now, people talk about the American dream. People think, especially us Africans who come from Africa, we come chasing the American dream, and we picture ourselves in a nice, beautiful house, a wife, kids, a beautiful car, and some money saved in the bank with health insurance. And that's a middle class disaster because it's a very comfortable area.
Really comfortable.
Extremely comfortable. But you see, that's not our destiny. That's not what we were meant to be. A middle class. You see, sometimes we confuse our purpose, and we think that once we make money, then it's a destination.
We've arrived.
Yes. The destination is never the house or the money or the job. The destination is actually changing someone's life, and not just your kids. Otherwise, we could be all in middle class, taking care of our kids until we die, become a nice grandfather, spoil your grandkids and die nicely. But that's far from the reality. Especially as an African, we need to do more. We have to do more. You did not come here just to join the rest of the middle class. And maybe one out of 1,000 of us ends up being a millionaire and then die. Oh yeah, he went to the US, lucky man, he's lived a comfortable life, nice kids. He's dead. That was good. He was good to his wife. That's mediocre. I think if you have to die early, die because of adventure, die because of pursuing what you are meant to pursue. Jim Rohn said, it's better living a short life of 30 years full of adventure than a life of 100 years hiding in a safe corner. So, having said that, the American dream is contained in business. Now, also, we do start businesses, especially us Africans here, and we use the business. You do transport business, and that's all you do, transport, You get contracts, keep on transporting. You don't want to scale.
Yeah.
You have contracts that are controlled and you think that's a business. If you own a business and you're doing transport or something else,
Yeah.
and you're given a contract that can be taken away from you anytime,
Yeah.
that's not a true business.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you call that?
That is some sort of self-employment, actually almost employment.
Yeah.
I'm bringing in my vehicle, I'm filling the gas,
Yeah.
I'm maintaining the vehicle. You tell me, transport this auto parts or this medication
Yes.
to there. And then it's Christmas and it's snowing and cars are flipping everywhere.
Yes.
But I'm told, hey, if you don't risk your life and take this, I'll suspend you.
Yes.
You're not employed, my friend.
So you're bound by the contract, basically.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes. Employment is that guy now who decides what you are doing,
Yes, sir.
whether on a small scale or a large scale. Banana Land Media, I choose my customers.
Yeah.
If I want to work tomorrow, I will. If I don't, I won't. The consequences, I will suffer. I die by my own sword.
Yeah.
Now, that's how Africans should live. And businesses, LLCs especially, here is why it's a real American dream. You do an LLC, and that's not the end of it. Once you have an LLC,
Yeah.
you start selling your products. You make profit. If you make profit, as an LLC, you only get taxed after the expenses. You see?
Yeah.
If you're not an LLC and you drove from here to there, did this and that, and you made 100,000, but then the profit you made was about 40,000.
Yeah.
The 60 was expenses. You get taxed the 40.
Okay.
You see? So, as an LLC, when you're employed, they take away your taxes.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the year, they give you $2,000. Hey, here is a little money back.
Your money back.
Yeah, but they took a lot of money.
Of course.
So you think, oh, if I'm employed, I get money back.
Yeah.
No, but it's tax season right now. I'll pay taxes,
Yes.
but I'm not going to pay more than 2,000. And I was not taxed by anyone. All the other money was mine. So if I took your 10,000, then I give you 2,000 back.
Yeah.
I still have the 8,000. You lost 8,000. For me, you don't take my 10,000,
Yeah.
but I give you 2,000. I still hold my 8,000.
Yeah.
But the government holds your 8,000, give you 2,000. You see, that's the difference. Secondly, business credit. We think that having a business is all about taxes alone.
Yeah.
But if we expound it to think about business credit, in which we'll discuss more
Yeah.
down the line, I open a business today. Then there is cash flow. I go to a credit union.
Yeah.
I ask for business credit. Now, you have to work at getting a business credit that is non-PG, non-personal guaranteed.
All right.
If you have that credit card, let's say they give you 20,000, you can still go on that same day to another bank, I think 3 of them, with the same inquiry,
Yeah.
and get the same 20,000 credit card.
Without affecting your personal credit.
Without affecting your personal credit. Only that one inquiry.
That's amazing.
Yeah. There is another way you can get business credit through accounts called the Net 60 accounts, Net 30 accounts. You go to Best Buy, ask them, hey, I need a net 30 account. You have to pay you have to buy some goods of a certain amount. Best Buy is 1,500. Then you qualify to be getting goods without paying, but you have to pay them after 30 days. Then it reports to the business credit system.
Okay.
So business has its own credit bureaus.
Credit bureau apart from the
personal one.
Credit bureaus.
Yeah. Okay. And when your business credit is not personally guaranteed, you're protected. You can lose everything and you're not touched.
Okay.
If it's personal guaranteed, they'll come after you if you lose everything. Now, here is the thing. You could capitalize on these credit cards and end up with $1 million of credit. You have $1 million of credit, right?
Yes.
Worth of credit. You go to downtown and realize there's an old building that is being sold for $100,000. And you realize, hey, I can turn that into an event center or a studio like this.
So like a foreclosure building?
Yes, and you decide, hey, let me buy it. And it will cost me $100,000. And let me fix it. It will cost $50,000.
Okay.
That's $150,000. Do you know with business credit, let's say you have $500,000 worth of business credit. You can go to the bank and ask them to liquidate your credit cards partially and put cash in your account.
Wow.
Now here is a trick. Let's say you have $500,000. They take $200,000, put it in your checking account. Once they do that, most banks, they give you 18 months to pay it off before they start doing interest on you. And the 18 months, you have $200,000, go buy the building, fix it, within 6 months, it's in operation. By the time 18 months is done, you've paid most of this loan, which is now 18 months, but you see you're making money.
From the building?
From the building.
So you're actually making
and
profits.
If the ROI of the building, the return of investment of the building is at least 10, 8%, 7%, 6%, there is no way the interest is more than 3 to 4%. So you're still making that percentage as profit when you pay back your loan.
Wow, that's really smart.
Rinse and repeat.
Okay.
And you are on a good highway. And then if you harness credit enough, end up with American Amex cards, which actually now give you some serious points. You could book a plane and it's regular class, and then you upgraded to first class. And suddenly you're moving with big people who actually could be your clients, who could be your next connection.
That's true.
My friend, that is the American dream. And the moment you buy the building, you stop being just a businessman. You start becoming a partner with the government. The moment you step into real estate, you're partnering with the government. Now you can start taking advantage of some real tax benefits, like serious depreciations. And there we are.
Wow. So now that we know why we should start a business, how then do we begin the process of registering a business? Where do I start?
It is simple, but it's also very easy to make mistakes.
Okay.
Yes. It's similar in most states. In most states, all you have to do is go online or go to downtown Secretary of State. And in NC, Secretary of State.gov, you know? And fill up the form straightforward. If you get stuck, make a phone call. Some ladies, most of the time, for some reason, it's ladies. They pick up and they help you one-on-one while you fill the form. I once did that with one of the businesses.
Yeah.
And she took me through it right here in North Carolina. In North Carolina, the business system is amazing. Okay. They help you. The government helps you.
Yeah.
And here is there's a way to do this.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't go there first, or you don't apply first. Yeah. Make sure you come up with a name, your business name.
Yeah.
There's an AI program right now that can help you come up with the best business name.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and make sure the name is not taken by anybody else. You can check that online.
Uh-huh.
Once you do that, there is one nugget here, guys. And that's why you need to listen to this more than so many other things. I'm giving you stuff that is taught in classes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before you go register your business, okay? You have your name.
Yeah.
Make sure you have a business address. So you get the business address before you get the business.
So what if I don't have a house? Or a address?
The house, my business is not registered in this house.
Yes.
Because it's residential.
Okay.
There are many ways you can rent an office. If you can't afford, like myself, I can afford it, but I find it not economically sound to rent an office.
Yes.
It's expensive. Mm-hmm. What I do is I pay for virtual offices.
Okay.
Virtual offices, all you have to do is pay them, and your mail will go there. It's registered as a commercial building, very well certified, clean. You can go do your business there. You can book the space, and you pay $45 to $100 a month. There are better packages you can pay. That way you can use the space more oftenly. Mm-hmm. There are conference rooms in these virtual offices. And now, here is why you cannot use your residential address.
Yeah.
When you're starting a business, you need two addresses. The first one is the registering agent address.
Yeah.
The guy signing the papers. Mm-hmm. You need his or her address, because if you're sued, someone has to find the registered agent and give it to them.
That's right.
The second address is your business address. Mm-hmm. And also mailing address, if we can add the third one. And all these can be in one place, the physical address.
Okay.
The government does not want you to have a residential address.
Yeah.
The government will not allow you to have a post office address. Mm-hmm. And yourself, you should not accept or try to have a physical address that is your house. You can choose it to be your house.
Yes.
But look, how many times do businesses go wrong and the client is crazy?
Yeah.
And they go to Google, Jasper. He gave me the bad services and he won the case. Yeah. I need to avenge myself. Mm-hmm. And he goes and types your name and the business name, and he finds where you live.
Residential.
And you have your kids there.
Yeah.
You don't want your house to be public domain.
That's right.
Because any business addresses are public information.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see, you don't want to expose yourself like that. Mm-hmm. Another reason why you should have the address registered with the business and everything is when you get business credit.
Yeah.
Those guys do not want to see a residential address. They'll be like, this guy is not so serious.
Yeah.
It's just a small business. This is a joke.
Yeah.
It's easy not to receive the right amount of credit or credit at all.
Yeah.
If you use residential. Even using sometimes emails like muahouse45@gmail.com. Oh. No, if your company is Banana Land Media,
yes.
It has to be this at Bananaland Media.
Yeah. So you basically use your domain, your domain
from
email.
their website.
Yes.
And that's why you should have your domain name too and your website ready.
Okay.
Okay. Once you do all these things, now you can go and register. Mm-hmm. Once you register, it takes a few days to process.
Yeah.
Now here's another trick, guys. Another trick. That's why this video should go viral.
Yes.
You know? While registering, a lot of people register LLCs, right?
Yeah.
And then the common one is whereby you go with 2 people because it requires minimum of 3 partners.
Okay.
And I take your name, take his name and my name,
Yeah.
register a business as a partnership. But you're not really in the business. He's not really in it. I just used your names.
That's right.
I register and voila, there is a business. And a year later, I go to file my taxes and they tell me, hey, dude, you have 2 other names.
Yeah.
They need to file too. They're profits.
That's
Or
true.
else you're not going to file. That's a mistake I personally made.
Okay.
And I had to abolish that business
Yeah.
totally. So make sure when you register your business, you know exactly what you're doing, or you are seeking help from an accountant.
Okay.
But by the way, this disclaimer here, I am not an accountant. I'm just a guy with experience. So before you do anything that I tell you, make sure you seek some form of guidance from a professional.
Yeah.
Don't come suing me here.
Do your homework.
Yeah, do your homework, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So once you have the address,
Yeah.
you've registered with the Secretary of State.
Yeah.
Now it's time to apply for your tax ID number for your business.
Yes.
The tax ID number for your business is the Social Security number for your business.
Okay.
The same way we have Social Security numbers. Yes. Once you do that, now you're free. And when you fill those forms when doing the TIN number,
Yes.
make sure you fill them. If you're an LLC, single member,
Yeah.
that's what you do when you're just one person.
Only one person.
Yeah. Make sure you fill it the same way there. If you're an LLC partnership,
Yeah.
fill it the same there. Yeah. If you're a corporation, make sure it's the same. Because if they conflict during filing, you'll be in trouble.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And that's why your address should also appear there. So get your address before even anything, because your address will be appearing in the registration.
The registration, yeah.
It will appear in the federal TIN number.
Okay.
You see everything consistent.
That's right.
Yeah. And then once you get the TIN number, now you can go to the bank,
Yeah.
open an account.
Okay.
There is more to it. You have to open multiple accounts eventually, because eventually you'll need a tax account, profit account, operation account, at least 3. Yeah. But the number one thing that fails businesses is the tax account. People make $100,000
Yeah.
and they squander it. And at the end of the year, they realize that they owe $30,000 in
Wow,
taxes.
that's a big figure.
You see, you ate the money,
Yeah.
and the IRS is after you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and you're in trouble. Yeah. Well, there are ways to write off some of that amount,
Yes.
but that's we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Yeah. So once you have already opened your bank account,
Yes.
I think you can say you own a registered
You own a registered
business.
business.
Yeah.
Okay.
And from there, you need now to start building. You did a domain. Now build the website.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you build the website, make sure you build it in a way that it's aligning itself with your company, with your product. It's called branding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, a lot of people think branding is a logo or the website itself.
Yeah.
People think branding is a flyer and the little beauty here and there and how you're set up, your building. Oh, you've branded yourself so well.
Yeah.
No, branding, those are brand drivers.
Okay.
Branding is basically the feeling you give someone when you mention your company. It's a promise you give people.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're trying to do a media company, what are you promising people?
Yeah.
For me, I promise people entertainment and education combined. And I entertain and I educate at the same time. And inspire. And the end product, at the end of the day, the way I'm set up should be, if someone hears of Banana Land Media, they just like, oh, let me go entertain myself while I learn something.
That's right.
Yeah, edutainment, you know. Yeah. So that's branding. Now the brand is now the website, the brand drivers, the logos, and all that. So now start making those.
Okay.
And make sure you place them well. Use a professional to build that. If you can do it on your own, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we move on to the social media platforms.
Yeah.
Instagram, Twitter, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, that's interesting, because in the past, people used to market their business door to door. But I feel like with the advancement of technology, people have leveraged on social media a lot. So do you see that as being a trend for the near future, or is there a point where some kind of business will have to go back to the door-to-door branding?
Someone else will tell you the door-to-door is over.
Yes.
Someone else will tell you, oh, it's the age of the internet.
Yeah.
That whole other thing is over. In my business, the biggest jobs I get today, the small ones, I get them through social media.
Okay.
And some big ones through social media, but not many. But the big jobs that need someone to trust a company, I get them through word of mouth.
Okay,
Referrals.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say that it's over for word of mouth and door to door.
Yeah.
A month ago, a friend of mine came from Atlanta, and she came with their company to go door to door selling solar systems.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you had someone knock at your door trying to sell you solar systems?
They've sold me internet before.
Yeah, and internet
but
too.
Not solar.
And someone stopping you at the Walmart too.
Yes.
For internet.
That's right.
That's still powerful. Actually, very powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the funnel system still works magic. It's taken over a lot.
Okay.
If you come up with a product and you put it online and you create a funnel system, we'll talk about funnels at a later date.
Okay.
But a funnel system is a system that you place online that will welcome a potential customer and guide them or direct them slowly from just clicking to buying.
Okay.
Those work miracles.
Yeah.
In simple terms, if you create a funnel system and you create a pixel is something you put in your website such that, have you ever clicked something on a website and then you go to Facebook and you start seeing the same products coming to you?
That's right.
It's because the websites have pixels that follow you, and then they start sending more advertisement to you.
Yeah.
That's how I bought one of my flash system. I clicked it on B&H. The next day, B&H sends me a pop-up that's giving me $200 discount.
Yeah.
I bought it immediately. They got me, man.
Yeah.
They got me good.
They tracked you. That's analytics.
Yeah. So if you have a system that if you put $200, it will bring $250.
Okay.
You don't even have to bring too much.
Yeah.
If I put 200 here on advertisement, and people will be funneled into my website and buy, and I make 250 net profit. I can duplicate that and keep on refining it and put $1 million.
Yeah.
If I put 200, I make $50. That's 40%.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
And is it 40? No. It's 25%. So calculate that. 200, 25%, that's $50. How about you put $1 million of adverts to funnel more people in that? That's $1 million. What's 25% of $1 million?
That should be 250,000. Yeah.
That's how people are becoming millionaires.
Wow.
Funnel systems.
Funnel systems.
So the internet is more powerful than anything else.
Than it has been before.
Yes.
Yeah. When you talked about the process of creating a company, you talked about LLC, you talked about corporations. What's the difference between these two terms, LLC and the corporation?
The answer here will be simple, because if I go deeper, I might confuse people. So this is where I tell people, I'll give you a very brief answer, and then go do your research before you do anything with my information. But in simple sense, if you open a business, you have to decide whether it's an LLC or a corporation. Any other thing is now how you file taxes.
Okay.
When you're an LLC, you can file your taxes as a single member LLC.
Okay.
You can file your taxes. An LLC is divided into single member, partnership.
Okay.
And then you can file your taxes as a S Corp, C Corp, sole proprietor. They are all benefits. All those categories have benefits.
Yeah.
For example, a regular LLC, single member, most of the time you have to report all your money that comes into the business. A regular partnership, you don't have to report wherever remains in the bank business account. You report the money you've distributed to yourself.
Okay.
So if I distribute only $10,000 to myself, and there's $60,000 in the bank business account, I will only report the $10,000 and get taxed off of this 10.
Okay.
This other money, I can use it for business expenses.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that way it will not be subject to taxation.
Taxation, yeah.
Sole proprietor, you have to report everything. Yeah, and as a sole proprietor, it's you don't have a lot of. It's cheaper to set up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the advantage is that it's cheaper to set up. It's right now, if you start selling bananas without registering your business, you're automatic a sole proprietor. So anyone not registered and is selling something, you're a sole proprietor.
Okay, so it's tied to you basically.
Yes.
So any loss that you incur as a business also infringes into your life as
well.
Well.
Exactly.
Okay.
Corporation. A corporation is different from an LLC in such that the formalities are more complicated.
Okay.
Yeah. And an LLC, if you're not an American citizen or do not have permanent residence, you can still register an LLC.
Okay.
Not a corporation.
Okay.
And corporations, we do not contain some things. We can file as C Corp, S Corp. I don't think you can file as sole proprietor.
Okay.
Yeah. And for you to be on that level, it means you can also employ yourself in a way that you can be in a pay stub when you're a C Corp or S Corp. Such that you see, for me as an LLC, single member LLC, I take distribution, but I'm not on a payroll.
Okay.
I'm not employed by my company. I only take distribution.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you're a C Corp or S Corp, you are actually supposed to pay yourself a reasonable salary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, you can take distribution. And there is tax advantages. It's all about tax advantages.
Yeah.
For you to choose which one. Like a C Corp, it's for bigger businesses.
Okay.
Yeah. S Corp is for regular, general, good-sized businesses most of the time. So there is a lot in between there. That's why I want to keep it brief in this area.
Yeah.
That way I do not confuse anybody. We can make it a subject one day.
Yeah,
and go detailed. It's a whole 1 hour subject.
All right. So, how and when do I open a business account? I think we touched that.
Yeah, we touched on that. How, the reason, like I said, it's the true American dream. The American dream is there, but it is wrapped up in business and in credit. Yeah, I love Dave Ramsey, but I disagree with him when it comes to him saying we should be credit free. Yeah, credit cards are good. America is based on debt. Debt will never be taxed.
Okay.
If you have $1 million right now, buy real estate.
Why?
You're partnering with the government. You can take depreciation and make it a deductible. You have an asset that will never go anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay? There's so much you can do with that. Yeah. And when you buy real estate, your money is there. But let's say you had $500,000,
Yeah.
in your business account. And you're like, wow, it's tax season, it's approaching. There's a difference between someone who files your taxes and someone who strategizes your taxes.
Okay.
Tax strategy is everything. Yeah. Us guys love, that guy files my taxes. No.
Yeah.
Do you have a file strategist? A tax strategist? If you don't, you have to be the strategist yourself.
Okay.
And then at the end of the year, you decide what to do. You've made $500,000. You know that the IRS will come after you because they want a big chunk of that money.
Yeah.
Take a loan, buy a building, put a huge down payment.
Okay.
And at the end of the year, this building belongs to the company, so it's an expense.
Yeah.
But it's your building, man.
So it's all legal.
Money is there. Yeah, it's legal. It's legal.
Okay.
Yes, 100% legal. Yeah, it's legal.
Okay.
And that's why if you have real estate, basically you're the government's partner.
All right.
Yeah, they love that.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's more to it around it. Yeah, we can make that another subject. Yeah, but once you do that, your $500,000 has vanished, but it has not vanished.
Yeah.
You've taken a loan.
Oh, that's really smart. That's really, really smart.
Yeah.
What is a DUNS number?
Oh, a DUNS number.
Yeah.
DUNN. It's a numbering system.
Okay.
It's a digital universal numbering system. If I'm not wrong, I might be off.
We'll do some research on that.
Yeah, it's like another social security number for the business. You need two numbers when you have a business.
Okay.
The DUNS number and the TIN number. The TIN number is the one that tells the government, hey, this is the business.
Okay.
The TIN is the one that's identifying the business. A business is like a person.
Okay.
The person has a social security, the business has a TIN number. But now the business has a DUNS number. This is a number that was invented by a company called Dun & Bradstreet.
Okay.
Yeah. This number is a number given to a business. And what it does, it contains all your credit history.
Okay.
It contains your business profile.
Yeah.
That's where you go to get your business score. If you want a business history, you can pay them about $20, I think, and get your report. Now, the DUNS number also may be required if you get some good tenders with the government.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's a number that's really, really required. So those two numbers are super important when it comes to business.
That's nice. You've really explained a lot about business. I mean, you've told us your journey from when you started in Africa to how you transitioned to the United States. So what advice do you have for a young person out there or somebody who is tired of employment and they want to transition now into the business? What pieces of advice do you have for them?
A lot of people have ideas.
Yeah.
If you have an idea and you've heard what we've said, then nothing should stop you from starting.
Yeah.
If you have a job, professional job, look, you work from 8 to 5. Is that 8 hours or?
That's basically
8 hours.
9 hours, but you have a break of an hour for your lunch. So
9
hours of your life.
How many hours do you have in a day?
24 hours. Yes.
How many hours do we sleep? Around 6, 7. A human being sleeping for 6, 7 hours.
Average of
good.
6. Yeah.
Yeah. So 6 hours plus 9 hours, 15 hours.
15 hours. Yeah.
We have 24 hours watching TV, cooking slowly there, relaxing, you know, chilling with your wife. That's 15 to 24. That is 9 hours
left
every day.
Yes.
Do you see the absurdity?
There's a huge difference,
9 hours. You've slept, you've gone to work, you have 9 hours. And remember, whenever you're employed, no matter how much you make, you are under someone else's plan.
Payroll,
You are fixing someone else's vision, and you have yours. Now that's good. Actually, if today I got a very high profile job, I'll take it and still do my business. Okay? But you have to build something for yourself, something for your family, for your kids. Do you know your kids? You can employ them when they are, I think, 12 years and above. And instead of paying them hard cash, put that money in a trust.
In a trust account,
And by the time they are 20, they have great credit. They have good amount of money. You've trained them so much. Do you know by the time they are done in college, our kids can be millionaires?
You set them up for success, basically. At a very young age.
So if your job is just to go to work and make money and feed the kids and save money and maybe buy some stocks, no, you're basically deciding that you're owned and that's about it. It's okay to be owned because we cannot let someone has to be employed. Someone right now is working for me in Kenya. But there's a trick. If you want to, especially you're in media, you don't want to edit stuff. There's a way someone can edit your work on your computer remotely from overseas.
With the same standard that you...
Same standard. You see it happening on your computer. So there are many ways. You see, you have to have something of your own that you're building. That way, one day, God forbid you lose the job, you have something to stand for. One day you're 50, 60 and you decide, okay, I'm done. If you don't have something to stand for, you might die very fast. A lot of people who retire, they say they've retired. That retirement thing is coming to an end. Retiring is transitioning to your own
world.
And so I'll advise the young people, especially Africans who are in the US and diaspora, stop going to parties every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. After working the whole weekend and you work a 9 to 5 and you're paid handsomely. And then you go to Dallas and enjoy yourself. Tickets. It's okay once in a while. But while you're doing that, back then while other people are doing that, Gary Vaynerchuk was busy working.
Okay.
While other guys were chasing girls, he was busy training himself, busy with his channel. At that time, he was selling wine through his father's wine store.
Yeah.
And look at now, who is shining?
He is, because he basically, sacrificed short-term enjoyment for a long-term gain.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Guys, and especially if you're an African, we have a bigger goal. You're not here to just live a life like any other American. For heaven's sake.
Yeah.
Why did you come to the US? To live a comfortable life?
No, I came to actually achieve more.
And do what? Make a difference.
And make an impact.
Where we came from especially.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have an extra responsibility.
Yeah.
Our country is getting roasted every day by the Western countries. China is taking over.
Yeah.
And we are here trying to be comfortable. That's a no-no, man.
That's the food for thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
because you have your 100,000 in your account and a good family.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, God. No. Yeah.
So in essence, you're saying we should think outside the box.
Totally.
We should not only think of investing where we are, but also look for opportunities that are across the world, because the world is basically a global village. And
that is a must.
Yes.
But once we have the opportunities and we make it too, while making it, make a difference.
Yeah.
Instead of driving a brand new car, if you can't afford to take a child to school in Kenya,
yes,
don't drive that new car. I'd rather you're not $1 million rich today, but a whole children's home has managed to take its students to a good college.
Okay.
Because you have all the money, you have business systems. You see? Yeah, so even these businesses we are doing, it's not the purpose. You as a doctor, or for you are a financial analyst?
Systems engineer.
Yes, yes. You have, this guy has a good job, man. I won't tell people. But that's a tool.
Yeah.
It's not your purpose. Your purpose is not to mess with computers and softwares and those complicated things you do.
Yeah.
That's not your purpose. Our purpose as humans is almost universal. Make impact in other people's lives and save lives the way a doctor will operate on someone and someone lives longer.
Wow.
That's our sole purpose. It's universal. We say, oh, my purpose is to entertain people. At the end of the day, you're entertaining them. They become better. They end up not stressed, not depressed, and you're impacting their lives.
Yeah.
So it is a universal thing to be following a certain purpose. Our universal goal is to help each other grow.
Yes.
To help each other live a better life, and to remember where we came from. We are not here for no good reason.
Yeah.
Even if I can bring the Bible in, Moses was born in Egypt.
Yes.
And he grows and becomes one of the king's son.
Yeah.
And one day he kills a soldier and disappears. And he went to a place called Midian. And at one point the angel appears to him and tells him, you have lived so long in Midian, your enemies in the past are dead.
Yeah.
Go back and help your people from the shackles of Pharaoh. Yeah, so whenever you go to a place like this, and you've left a place that you know you left there because it's not so good, Don't let those people roast.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I employ people in Kenya.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I pay them well.
Well, now that you've shared all these nuggets, do you have any plans of starting a masterclass or developing a guide that will help people outside of just this video?
Yes.
So they can start their own businesses?
Yeah, I'm writing a book about what we've talked.
Okay.
Coming soon on Amazon. I already have a book called From Good to Great. It's on Amazon.com. From Good to Great by Sam Mchalongo.
Okay.
It's right here. It's a 28-page book.
Very simple.
Yeah, no BS about introducing you about my life.
Yeah.
I went to this primary school. I slept hungry for 20 days. I almost died. Then I survived. Yeah, I don't have that shenanigan in this book. Okay. I hit the road running. Okay. Yeah, the first paragraph begins with "Stay hungry, stay foolish." Okay. That's a quote by Steve Jobs in one of the universities where he did a speech. And "stay hungry, stay foolish" just doesn't mean to starve yourself and to starve yourself intellectually. It means stay hungry means don't ever stop seeking. Okay. Don't ever be full of yourself. Yeah. Because a cup that is so full, how else shall it be filled? That's right. Yeah, and stay foolish, stay humble. Yeah, don't ever know it all. Yeah.
Well, thank you all for joining us today. Thank you so much, Mr. Sam. So how can people reach out to you in social media?
Banana Land Media on Instagram, Banana Land Media on TikTok, bananalandmedia.com, MrSamTheCreative.com when it comes to my creative work. Yes. And we have Quiet Story Photography when it comes to pictures, quietstoryphotography.com. Yeah, when it comes to pictures. When it comes to my book and t-shirts and all that good stuff, goodpeoplesocieties.com. All right. Yeah. So there's 5 websites.
Well, so you've heard from himself, the man. So if you ever want any business advice, if you ever want to start a business, if you ever want to partner, this is the right person for you. And I would wish to thank all of you for joining us today. And I hope that all of you become great business owner in the future. Stay tuned and
thank you. And cut.